How can I best support my body in this process? I am...
Well, knowing what you know, knowing what we just said to you, there is no reason for you to defend yourself against illness, because illness is a byproduct of being out of the vortex. It's not about... Diseases are not disease. There is ease in the vortex and disease not in the vortex. So just tend to your vortex and you will tend to your ease.
Okay.
You see.
Okay.
And the best preventative medicine that you could ever express is vortex therapy. Get in the vortex, get happy. But saying it and teaching someone to do it, it's not quite as easy as we all would like to make it sound, is it? Because what you really have to convince people of is that they cannot let their current reality occupy all of their thoughts.
Yeah.
They have to find
Yeah.
some other way of
Yeah.
approaching things.
But they can release some parts of their belief system all of the time. I think the answer is yes. Do you need to explore as a physician? You talk about vibrational cause in the context of disease, and I automatically think then I need to get well versed in the emotional relationship between what they're living, their disease manifestation, their current disease situation, and their emotions and the emotional, not cause, but causal relationship.
What do you mean by that? You see, we don't do it. You really don't.
I thought you did do that, and I don't think that's a skill that I really have, and I'm wondering if it's something I should focus on developing. But I guess I know the answer is no.
Well, we are not interested, and we don't think you should be interested in what's bothering them.
Yes.
We think it's of value to know that they're bothered.
Yes.
But beyond saying get over it, there's not really a lot you can do. You're not going to move in with them.
Right.
And you really don't want a detailed description of what's bothering them, because then that would drag you out of the vortex.
Really. Yeah.
And that would be of no value. But it is of enormous benefit for you to hold firm to your knowledge that they have a vibrational distortion going on that is evidenced by their physical condition. And that every physical condition is nothing more than, and we are going to say those words really firmly and loudly, nothing more than a vibrational indicator. Good. And a vibrational indicator is also indicated by emotion.
Yes, got it.
So as you help them to understand that if you can change your emotion, then what it's indicating will change too.
Right.
That's the key.
And I think the real power, or for me, in that is you lighten up the gravity of the disease so much when you just say it's a vibrational indicator. Nothing more than an indicator. It's not your body turning against you. It's just
you can
an
lighten
indicator.
it up even more than we can, because you are I
can blabber on about the science behind it.
You are a perceiver of their body. They trust in your ability to look to the now reality. So as you look at their now reality and you say to them, your now reality is a reflection of an attitude that you've got going on, of a mood that you've got going on, and that mood is a reflection, it's an indicator of some things that you're focused upon, and as you're able to shift your mood, in other words, what you want to convey to them is if you can improve your emotion, then you figured out how to improve the physical condition. If you can't improve your emotion, then you can't figure out how to improve your physical condition.
Beautiful.
We said to a woman with arthritis that was really hurting her, she said, how can I feel positive when my body hurts so much? And we said, you have to make a separation between the physical pain and your emotional response to it. We said, you could be in pain, you could have a disease and feel hopeful, or you could have a disease and feel fearful. And the vibrational difference between hope and fear is the difference between recovery or not. So from your position of authority that so many of them will be looking to, as you say to them, I'm going to show you how to offer a different vibration, which is going to cause a different response in your mood or attitude, it's also going to cause a different response in what your body's performing, because your body is following the pattern of your thought, which is evidenced by the indication of the disease and the emotion. You want to say to them, when you get vibrationally out of whack, the first thing you do is feel negative emotion. But you're like most people say to them, you felt enough negative emotion that now you disregard it. Mm-hmm. So you've come to just accept negative emotion as something that everyone feels. Right. So you're not letting that vibrational indicator guide you.
Right.
So now a stronger indicator has come on, that's all.
Yes.
And that's what this disease is. It's just a stronger indicator. Yeah. So if I can show you, say to them, how to change the indicator, then what it's indicating has to change too. So we're going to approach this sort of from the inside out. We're going to approach this from the vibrational standpoint and say to them, which is really a logical thing, because we're all more vibrational than we are anything else. The cells of your body are talking to one another vibrationally. They are sending little radio signals. And as they're sending little radio signals, when you're happy, you let those signals pass through and your body thrives. But when you're ornery, when you're overwhelmed, when you're overworked, when you're in despair, when you're working too hard, when you don't feel like you're being loved. In other words, and sometimes you've already heard enough that you can pinpoint those emotions really accurately. You block the communication between cells, and when you block the communication between cells, say to them, you should look at any organization that needs communication and the communication is cut off. Chaos ensues. And that's all that's happening in your physical body. You have disrupted cellular communication with your worry about this and that. Good. And I'm here to help you restore cellular communication.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Jerry.